Would you ever consider writing something detailing your experience within the prison system?
No.
No? Too personal?
No, I just never thought about it.
Never thought about it.
There's so many
Situations, right?
Situations, and I wouldn't do that because I don't feel my situation was
that ill to like
that ill, like, you know what I'm saying, that ill or for that long. There's so many more people with so much more stories that's be much more deeper than mine.
It wouldn't come off right if you wrote about it.
I wouldn't say that. I just, me as a person, personally, I feel, you know what I mean? There's so many other, I didn't feel enough. I mean, I dealt with pain and issues from that, but there's people who's lost their whole lives over that situation and not. So that'd be a more deep story, like, you know what I'm saying? I use mine to my advantage. I got locked up and came out and made a song Locked Up.
I get what you're saying, because a lot of people that write about their you know what it would come off as? Like, you're almost like you're glorifying it, because it's like, yo, I was there for like, it's like someone getting locked up for like some dumb shit, like getting there.
Yeah, like I did.
For some petty shit, and then they're talking about it.
2 years out of my life in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did.
I mean, that's still serious, but.
You know, one as a rapper and one before a rapper. Then I had my in and outs and cases and things of that nature. But you know, that's a serious topic. I try to touch the topic of music a lot because it's real. But as far as writing a book of my experiences and all of that, like, nah,
I respect that.
I'll leave that alone.
So, you started working on the next book? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be like
Blackberry.
Styles P's gonna have a prolific book
I did
career.
My first joint, Blackberry.
On the Blackberry. All right. So what process do you enjoy more now? Like the writing process, working on the book, or an album? Or equally?
Like, I'm creative. I just like, I mean, the book was fun because it's something I never did before. It was hard though. It was hard. It's not like, you know, MCing is nature to me. It's like secondhand nature. Like, it's like comes natural to me. You know what I mean? I haven't sat down and grabbed a pen and a pad or typed or, you know, written anything in years. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't write rhymes, but I don't glorify about it like everybody else. Like, it's.
So you like an avid reader?
It's like I used to be.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And times when I get the time, it's hard being a musician and trying to be an avid reader. It's very difficult.
Okay.
I grew up an avid reader.
So, like, are there any authors though, like back in the day when you had?
I love Claude Brown, Ralph Ellison, Donald Horns, Iceberg Slim, Sister Soldier.
The classic shit.
Terry Woods, Shannon Holmes, you know what I mean? And then there's Dean Koontz, science fiction.
Dean Koontz, right.
You know what I mean? Sidney Sheldon's ill. So, you know.
Okay. Are there any new Locks or D-Block mixtapes coming out in the near future?
We're working on the Locks album, trying to handle all the business, get it all right now.
Like, what quarter are we looking at? Like summer, fall?
Might be the first. Maybe the first, might be the fourth.
Okay.
Things go right, could be the fourth. Might be the first.
Okay. So what's the situation with Diggy and Bad Boy? Is the deal finalized, and who are the Locks currently signed to?
Finalized. We talking business with him and a few other our friends. You know, whatever makes the most sense at the end of the day is what works. Would that be a great look? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We'll see. Hopefully it goes.
Have you spoken to DMX, and how is he doing?
I haven't spoken to DMX in a while. I hope he's doing alright.
Okay. So what do you think about his whole situation? Like,
God bless him. He'll find his way. He'll find his path. Like, you know what I mean?
You think there's enough people like reaching out to him, or sometimes like
sometimes it ain't about reaching out. People reaching out to you. It's about you reaching out to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's your decision what you want to do. With not just him, with everybody. Like with everybody, whatever your trials and tribulations and your troubles are, you gotta sometimes come to the conclusion on your own. You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes,
you definitely always need a helping hand. You need a helping hand, but you know, X is X. He's gonna be X.
He's gonna do what he's gonna do.
He's gonna do what he's gonna do and want to do until each other, you know, decides to do different. But he's a good brother. He has a good heart. X is a good dude.
He's a passionate dude.
He's a passionate dude. He's a good brother. So I feel he'll find his way. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So is anyone within D-Block Locks working with Eve on any projects? Or will you be working with Eve?
I mean, we were with DNY and we still doing business, so I think eventually, yeah.
Eventually?
I'll be speaking to Drag. I haven't spoken to Eve in a minute, but most likely.
any advice you would give to rappers visiting New York, especially with these gun laws?
Don't bring them.
Don't bring them, right?
Yeah, don't bring them.
Alright, this is going back to the prison question. So, what do you think about the prison industrial complex, and do you think it actually rehabilitates anybody?
Come on, you fucking serious with that question? Prison system is slavery all over, or hidden slavery. I think the system doesn't rehabilitate anyone. I think people rehabilitate themselves from being in the system because it's so fucked up that you get to a point where you know, some people go, I can't even fuck with this shit. There's slavery all over, and you just don't even want to fuck with it. But does the system itself rehabilitate you? How could making you feel like an animal rehabilitate you? That doesn't even make sense. Like it don't. The smell's horrific. The food's horrific. The shower conditions are horrific. Just the living conditions in most are horrific. Point blank. Period. The time they give out is not right in the court system. You know what I'm saying? For minorities and just for people in general. Like the shit don't add up. Like, you know what I mean? You see rapists come home all the time and be right out, and you see somebody with a little bit of crack, a little bit of coke, get sent away for 20 years. So the penal system is just all screwed up. And the judicial system. Not just the people.
Yeah, not to mention American Express owns prisons.
It's crazy.
Is this like... I have to play devil's advocate and ask you that shit.